David Noble, the Noble David, asked us, what does the industry, Highland wear industry, I think, or whatever, and related, need in your own personal opinions? I'm thinking of starting a small business. Not looking to make kilts, mind you, or compete with you guys. But do we need another American quality sporran maker or a high quality boot maker? Do we need someone to concentrate on, what the Highland Games scene needs or something like that? What are we lacking in terms of the material culture, the business side?
Okay.
What do we need?
Yeah. I could go a few different directions with it. I will say there are no mills in America. I wouldn't necessarily do a mill because there's a whole lot that you need for the mill. If you're a one-man operation, let's assume he's a one-man operation.
Yeah. He's an early retirement guy who's an entrepreneur.
Fair. I would all of my comments I'm going to temper with follow your passion. If your passion is leather, then do something with leather. If your passion is textiles, do something with textiles. If your passion is ribbons or making watches or whatever, follow what your passion is. It's the old, if you love your job, you'll never work a day in your life. It's that mantra, especially in your retirement years. If you love what you do, you won't mind doing it, and you won't, those 80 hours a week you're working will fly right by. So start there, period. Now, for my opinion, what does the industry need? I would say this: more customization, more things that are personal. So maybe personal sporrans, like higher end sporrans, perhaps. More diced hose or argyle hose. They're kind of difficult to find. Leather. If you're going to do leather work, let's kind of break it down into categories.
Yeah, you remind me of something. So keep
if
talking.
you're leather work, then let's say belt, sporran chain, sporran strap, those kind of combos that work together. Or you could also do belt pouches and that kind of thing. If you're a knitter, then kilt hose or tams and things that can be knit, that could work. If you are trying to think what else. If your footwear is tricky because you end up there's traditional Highland wear footwear with like ghillie brogues and buckle brogues and things like that are already out there. There are companies that make Oxfords and things that you could use for shoes, and then the other kind of end of it is like Catskill moccasins or like tall Ren Fair looking boots. So it's kind of costumey, so to speak. So it's footwear is a weird one to get into, but if you're into Ren Fair or reenactment and things like that, go full into it. If you love it, jump in with both feet and just become an artisan of the craft.
Okay, as opposed to trying to invent the next big thing. You're saying refine something that already exists.
Yeah, or specialize.
Yeah, okay.
It's where I see things going as a macro thing. And I was just talking to our sporran maker Greg about this the other day. It was basically the thing that they can't compete with as artisans in their craft is mass production. So they're never going to compete with Pakistani sporran makers for cheap stuff. So if you want to really get in there and do something meaningful and really get an emotional return from your work and speak to individual customers, then I'd say get into an artisanal craft and do one-off individual things. Now, it's going to end up being more expensive because you have to value your time. And a lot of people don't do that properly. I'm looking at Mac back there who makes reenactment stuff, who I've, yelled at him several times of, you're not charging enough for the thing you're making. It's his own business, but I can't help myself. He's better than he gives himself credit for, and he needs to charge more for the things because it takes so much time and effort. So make sure you're valuing your own time as an artisan and get into the weeds on it. I'd say specialize in something and do it well. Sorry, I'm ranting now. Thoughts?
I have none.
Okay.
No, I was trying to go the opposite direction. Like, was there something that is lacking that people say, oh, it'd be cool to have, but they don't? And I think it is more, it tends to be people want something specialized. In fact, I have a question related to that on my list for today. I do think hats is a weak point. Honestly, I think it'd be interesting to see some different varieties of tams out there. Something that has a nod to a traditional, Scottish tam, but is a more modern cut, if you will, like a beret, but not so much like a beret that looks like you're wearing a military beret. You know what I mean? Yeah, I don't know.
It's not going to look traditional, but it doesn't necessarily.
No, but that's what I'm saying.
Have
I'm
to
trying
look
to figure out.
traditional.
Yeah, exactly.
Mac, do you have anything that you think
I think sporran chains and sporran hangers. That's an area
you'd like to see more of, less of, or
the comments are actually loading up with some stuff on here. So
good, because I ain't got none.
Like custom jewelry, bog shoes, more of a casual jacket made of like a denim or suede, something that's not dressy like a tweed or an argyle. Hats, headwear type stuff. They're saying so. You're getting all like the whole mix of things in the comments.
Yeah.
Oh, a denim doublet
I just threw up my mouth.
with square buttons.
Make it
No,
purple.
no,
Make it
wait,
purple.
no. I think there's something to that. I mean,
No, there's a way to make it all, yes, to bring daily things into it. I hesitate in those kind of things from an aspect of if I can wear a Nike jacket or a Dickies work jacket that's shorter cut and can work with a kilt, I wouldn't necessarily want to reinvent the wheel if there's something already there that fills that gap or is real close or close enough. But like if we're going to go into evolution of things, if filling a need that is not there or a gap that is there that you don't see something already that exists. Mac is smiling, so he's got something up his sleeve.
One thing that just came up in the comments is something that we actually jokingly talked about, going to the Flogging Molly show, going through security checks and not having and not being able to take a sporran.
One of those clear sporrans.
Acrylic clear sporran.
a clear sporran, a travel sporran.
No, I didn't say this, guys. But here's how you do it. If you're going to go to a concert, not that I would ever have done this, ever, twice, ever, get a sporran that is very, very, very simple, has minimal, if any, metal on it, just like the little metal snap on it. Get a sporran strap. So it's just leather with a little tiny buckle on it. Put the strap, the buckle end, near the back of the sporran, and then put the sporran inside your kilt. Tuck it in there so that the metal all aligns with the buckle on the right-hand side. When you go through a security checkpoint, you just go, oh, it's just the buckles on the side of my kilt. They do the little wand thing. Half the time, they're too scared to actually fully pat you down. So you just walk in with your sporran tucked in the side if you're not allowed to go to a place with the actual sporran or with a purse or that kind of thing. And then, as soon as you get inside, pull it out, boom, put your phone in your camera and your keys in there, you're good to go. I've never done that at a Flyers game twice this past season. It's never happened. I've never done it at the Flogging Molly concert. It never happened.
Yeah, but clear vinyl sporran.
It hurts me to actually think about it.
As long as it's translucent.
Yeah.
You could make it translucent plastic tartan. Or a color that's in your tartan. You're wearing Scott Red, you have a red plastic sporran with LEDs.
There we go.
So you can so people see you at night when you're walking home drunk from the pub. It's just, lights up.
He was so
It's
anxious.
like under lighting.
He was so anxious to see if he could do a thing. He didn't stop and think, should we? Yes.
Oh yeah, or how about LED lighting under the kilts? You have under lighting like on a car.
Well, I was going with you had like the rampant lion, like doing a roar.
Actually, that exists.
Oh really?
There are bags with LED screens that do different moves and stuff. So. Yes, putting it on a sporran. I actually did as a joke once here a few years ago for a show. I actually photoshopped a sporran with one of those LED picture screens on it. But you're saying make that a real thing?
Mm-hmm.
I'm still stuck on the lights under the kilt, like ground effects from a car. And I don't know. I don't want to know what you're going to suspend the lights from.
From the inside hem. Just a few inches up from. What were you thinking?
Yes, indeed. It hurts my brain.
I think different casual jackets is a good idea.
I
honestly.
don't disagree. It's there are ways. It's it's not traditional, no, but you can still incorporate it into your daily wear, and we do that all the time. So I am full on board the train of incorporating a kilt with a polo or with your normal everyday wear, just replacing pants or shorts with kilt. So you're paying homage to it, but you're not bastardizing it. And you're not making it a caricature. You're just incorporating it as part of your daily life.
Your clothes.
Yes, it's part of your clothes. It's clothes with symbolism, but it's part of your clothes. Except if you put ground effects under your kilt. Indeed. All right.
I'm going to need a Photoshop of that.
Yes. All right.
You're not the only one who can ask for a request.
So the real answer of what does this industry need is not a particular product. It's more passionate people. It's more passionate artisans. It's people that care about what they're creating. So no matter what you end up doing to create Highland wear and create products within this whole industry, make sure it's something you're passionate about and you love the process.